Social media has made it difficult to keep up with life, for definite. And even me, like, I've joined TikTok and I'm seeing like 19-year-olds with absent bellies and being able to do all these routines, and I'm like, I cannot keep up with this. Like, I'm only a few years older, but I'm feeling old. I don't know, it's just weird. Like, I think my generation has been lucky to kind of grow up with social media and also remember what it was like before it became such an important part of life. But if I feel pressured by social media, then I can't imagine what kids younger than me, like my cousins and my younger sister, like how they must be feeling. It's difficult, but I do think that we have control over who we follow, and there are a lot of social media people that are posting real life and they don't sugarcoat so much. Obviously, no one's gonna let you like see the crust in their eye in the morning. Well, some people do. Actually, some people do.
I do feel like social media does play a big part in our society today, of course, especially for our younger generations, as they're more easily influenced. With Instagram, it portrays everything as perfect lifestyle, perfect body, perfect face, perfect hair, just perfect everything. So people who are not as strong-minded as most, yeah, they will crumble, and quite frankly that's a lot of people. I don't know about guys, but I know a lot of girls deactivating their account because they literally can't take looking at other people's lives and other people's fantastic bodies and all of this. So social media can have a big effect on people.
That's a really good question. Has it made reality undesirable? I would say yeah, definitely to a certain extent it makes reality undesirable, because you just want. Do you know, this is one of the reasons why I have made a conscious effort not to follow celebrities. There's people that I have followed and watched their progression. However, when people get to a certain point, like for instance the Kardashians, I would never follow the Kardashians on social media. I don't want to absorb that type of like fakeness that celebrities tend to put out. And I don't want to start idolising people that I don't need to. When they're there and I want to look them up, fair enough, I'll look up that person if I feel like it. But I just don't want to be bombarded with stuff I don't care about. I'd rather see what my friends are doing.
There are people that seem to think that if you're not doing so well on social media, then you're not successful. If you're somebody who's now going out of the way to like sort of try and fit in and do things that are not you, that's when I think it becomes dangerous and it's not a good thing. That's another thing as well. You might be confused with what you actually like and what kind of a life you want to have. Because you're seeing this on social media, you think that's what you want, but do you actually know what you want? Like, are you happy in like the life that you're living? Are you like content? Really and truly, like, it's okay to just be a normal person, have a 9-to-5 job, like live a normal life. You don't have to like try and do influencer or blogger or YouTuber or anything like that. You can literally just be who you are and live your life. Like, people are different, but don't get me wrong, like if that's what you want to do, then go for it 100%. Like, there's nothing to stop you. So yeah, social media is a powerful platform, and it can have good positive impacts as well as negative impacts.
For a lot of people, yeah, I think a lot of people have forgotten the beauty of what's right in front of them. I think social media makes you create this, what it should be, what it should look like. And I think people forget that social media is literally just a photo. It's just some words. There's nothing really behind it. There's not that much meaning behind it. You can see somebody living the high life, in fact, they have the most friends, they're super happy, all of these other things. And really, you don't even know what's really happening in their like private lives. You don't know what's happening, maybe, for example, in their family situation, their relationship. You don't know. I just think people take social media on so much that is life, but I think we need to remember that is not life, and we need to pull it away from social media, internet technology, and remember what reality is, life every day, human touch. I think that's what people seem to forget. For me, I think people look at social media, especially like, for example, photos of people, and they're like, okay, I want to look like that. And there's not a problem to be inspired by somebody, but the problem is, I think, especially with young women, I think we've taken a little bit far. I think the problem to me with social media, where it affects reality, is in reality, you need to work hard to get things. You need to work hard, and it's about walking before you run. Do you know what I mean? And I think the problem with social media, it makes people feel like they should be running and sprinting way before they can even crawl.
Social media has definitely made reality undesirable for some. Some people really don't need to be on social media, just like some people shouldn't drink. It's kind of like that. Some people can handle it, some people can't. I had my moment. I had my moment where I would look at people doing things in media, which is what I do, and be like, whatever, and had that slight hateration voice in my head. And it took it was a little bit of a journey, but now when I see people doing certain things, it's encouraging me, it's motivating for me. I look at them and I'm like, yes, go on girl, like go. I saw where you came from and I'm similar to you, and I could do that, and I could be there, and it can happen. If I'm seeing a black woman doing something in media, I'm like, yes, you're representing for other black women in media, and you're opening doors, or you're kind of paving ways, and it's a positive thing. It's just how you see, it's perception. You have to change how you see things in life, otherwise you're just going to keep having that same misery. Social media is a facade for a lot of people. The couple goals, the food goals, and the travel goals. You don't see what happens before and after that 1 second snap. And a lot of people are fooled by what they see, and that's the issue. It becomes hard for you just to accept when you have downfalls. It becomes hard to accept when, your relationship, you're fighting. It becomes hard to accept when you can't travel as much. These things it's life, it's part of life. So you're not going to always be able to travel. Maybe, financially that year, it's just not fitting in.
Before I went through the stage, I used to be really, really fat. It was difficult for me to kind of go on Instagram and see all these girls like looking amazing. It used to really kind of like put a downer on the way that I felt and my self-esteem and my confidence, and I deleted Instagram. It was the best decision that I made at the time, because I couldn't keep looking at these really pretty girls and feeling really crap about myself, and so I made the decision to delete Instagram at the time. That is an example of setting a boundary or a limitation about I've identified that this doesn't make me happy, and it puts me down, and so I've cut it off and stop myself from consuming that. That kind of leads me nicely onto that whole piece around gratitude and being happy within yourself. If you're happy with yourself and you're happy with your life, then why should you kind of feel the need to look into other people's and what other people have got? I think once you get to that stage in life where you love yourself and you're content, then you stop comparing as much, and so you don't really care about what other people are posting. And I think it's more about being grateful for what you have, and I think there's a lot of other people in the world that are less fortunate, and it's not always about the glass being half empty, but the glass being half full, because when you think about people in poverty, or people that just don't have as much opportunities or as much fortune as yourself, then you can start to be really grateful about what you have and not look at things as always being like the grass being greener on the other side, and really being happy about what you have and what you've achieved for yourself.